Alright, here we go, stream. So, Fnatic versus Sentinels. I'll talk you through what I was thinking. So, CT side, I'm thinking Sentinels like to leave A lot, so let's push it. So essentially that's what we did. We broke the trip and we got the push. And now that we have the push, my next thought was they could be splitting B, so let's make sure we have a good B split set up. So that's why we had the camera and stuff here. But we got the 1 kill and done. That's that nice. They ran into us here. I'm not entirely sure what happened, but the guy died in heaven. This guy, oh my god, Magnum.
Can you move your camera?
Move my camera? Yeah, sure. Alright, here we go. So, my next thought was they're going to split us. And as a kind of Astra, playing around smokes is really, really strong. Okay? So just keep that in mind. So playing around your smokes is really strong. So I had 2 stars in B main. I was trying to play around them. But I was getting spammed through this round. And then just as I was like, I kind of need to make a play, they jumped out of the smoke. It was kind of weird timing. It was like, I knew that I was getting crunched, so I was like, I need to make a play now. And unfortunately, they owned it. They owned it here with the split. CIS come knock in. So here, it's an eco round, so we're kind of just getting Viper the ore because our ults aren't that good. I mean, mine's not good, Cypher's not good, Sky's is good, and Viper's is good, and then Jets is like situational for like economy. It's a good ulti for economy, so we're trying to get Viper some ults here. And then also just maybe get a pick. But I was hiding in a smoke like an idiot and I die. And then we're just trying to find picks. Here we go. First round. So first round is a bit awkward. Because obviously they've got like Spectres and stuff. And if you're not confident on your CT side or T side, then it gets a bit scary. And we weren't sure what to expect from this. Anyway, let's carry on. So here we go. So first round, we've got a kind of Viper wall across middle to delay them. Because we knew that like how they kind of default, and I kind of knew that they took A late, and it seems like we have A control, so the only thing that's open right now is ropes to here because they've smoked male. Like the B setup should be quite strong. It doesn't look like they have a good setup going right now, and we have A ramp control, and when you have A ramp control you can kind of like play this sort of crossfire, so if they do come up ropes then you have a nice crossfire for that, and obviously Astra is quite good at when they're coming through chokes. So then my next call was to mid-round dog through B, and he's actually meant to dog into ropes because then I'd know what sort of round it is. And I think the dog dies, and I think he sees him in ropes. So I was like, okay, it feels like it's going to be a B split this round, but you're never too sure. You're never too sure. But it is a B split, so let's see how my teammates hold it. I could have guessed it was going to be a B split, to be fair, but you never want to take a risk too much. It would be really important for Sky, because Sky here is in this position, which isn't that great. She can pump flashes for the guy on rafters, but the guy on rafters can choose whether to swing or not. But I don't think it's that strong, especially against Sage. Luckily, their Sage is dead. But if a Sage is here, you don't really want to be in this position because you can get walled off. And generally, if you do get smoked here, you either flash through it or you instantly run to CT, no hesitation. Oh my goodness, he almost ran into that trip. So they broke the trip here. Mystic gets banged through the smoke, so it's looking kind of scary now. Magnum's in a good position, gets 2, nice. Magnum gets 2. Dome has chosen to come out here, but he's hiding, so I'm like trying to think about how to support him right now. So and I think I have 1 star, so I've decided to just yeet a smoke there to give him some space. And also to delay the enemies from pushing through, and it looks like it did just that. And he was able to more comfortably hide in that position. When is the next land? It will be Masters 3 game for chill. It'll probably be that one. So, yeah, and then I think this position that Dome is in is really good. The amount of times I see a VOD happen, and people stand in this corner and get like 2 kills when enemies B split, it seems to be quite good. What was the thing Fnatic did not do right versus Sen? I think we just have fundamentals that need to be practiced. So by fundamentals, I just mean like using your utility and understanding what's going on the map. Like this round was already awkward because Dirk has given up this entry. Bloomin' Tens is just like yeeted around the corner. So we got like this kind of same setup because I was like, if it works, don't change it, you know. But here, I managed to get a little tag off actually, and I was telling Sky to be careful of A Heaven here. So here, obviously they get the entry and they decide to go to ramp. I asked for a rotation. I honestly think Doma's wasting his flash there, to be fair. Not going to live stream. We don't need the... Sometimes with the Sky, you need to decide whether you need the info or not, or whether you're going for a play. Because Doma's throwing a flash there when I've said that they could be A heaven. So there's no point confirming it because it's looking quite likely that they're A heaven, you know? So it's got to be very aware of that stuff. Do you know who Shroud is? Yeah, of course I know who Shroud is. Thanks everyone in the chat. Really appreciate it. Oh my goodness. So this is just really bad awareness from the boys, honestly, for this to happen.
Oh my god, I want.
So this is a good trade by Mystic.
I'm here, bro.
You're here, bro. Yeah, okay, good. So then here it gets a bit awkward. So I decide to push through ramp because it's the only opening. Like I can't, if I sit back site and I don't have any stars, like all my stars are on B right now because I didn't take them back yet because it wasn't dead commit. So I just pushed into ramp, managed to get a kill on Dapper, and then I thought I was gonna own it here and like get easy kills, but I kind of whiffed. It's kind of hard to hold the angle sometimes. And we get the kill. Mystic's here now in this 2v2. Mystic needs to be getting out of CT, and they just play retake on A because the only way we lose this round, I'd say, like 100%, is if they come here, isolate Magnum, and then go to B, because they know Mystic's on site, so they don't want to rush onto the site. So Mystic has to be thinking like, oh, what can I do? I need to go regroup with Magnum and help him out. But right now, Mystic's really trying to hold it down when it feels like they couldn't be there. So I think I told Magnum to go. I told Magnum a while back to go quickly check A heaven, but he does it like a weird spot like that, and now he's really like screwed himself over. But if Mystic was actually in CT spawn here, Mystic could have traded quite well, and potentially they could have gone 2 for 2, you know, and won the round. So that's kind of like the kind of thought process I'm trying to get the boys to think like when do I need to be in this position? When do I need to move? Thank you, Akuma Slayer. Do you prefer Vandal or Phantom? Right now, Phantom, I'd say. I mean, I think Mystic knew they were both there, but it's a really hard clutch to win. I think he could have done his molly slightly different, but other than that, I think he did the best he could. He got 3 kills anchoring down the A site, or 2 kills. Patty fan is so cute, amen. So here we change it up now because I kind of wanted to go to B because, oh wait, we're on an eco, so it doesn't really matter this round. Right, here we go. Next buy now. So, unfortunately, we won, and then we lost the next round. So we're on a bad economy. So our economy isn't great, but I don't think theirs is that good either. So if we just win one round, we can get it off of them. That's a good thing. So now we're going into our default kind of setup, which is a setup we call Fnatic. And the idea is that Jet and Sky will play towards middle. I'll play B kind of solo, prodding away, and then Jet just goes for picks like this and just goes for plays with Sky supporting, kind of like basic default mid. And then you've got Viper and Cypher kind of anchoring the site, the A site together. It's not the best setup, but it's okay. Thank you, Mr. Jersen. That's funny. So they actually all walk into ropes here, and they decide to split ropes, huh? What?
Good thing APL's there. I didn't even see that Connor. Ban his ass out.
Yeah, you would have banned it straight away. So Mystic's got a good setup for this. We got the trip as well. I told Doma to ulti here because I wanted to know if they were towards mid. And then I said if they're towards middle, they're probably going to go for a B split. So we're kind of trying to set up for a B split. But obviously they smoked this, which makes it a bit awkward. Dirk is in a not bad position if he comes to pillar. I've taken B main control because none of the ultis went into B main. So we have a kind of good setup. And then they still haven't broken the trip in B heaven. But Mystic should be aware of this. He should be using his toxins ASAP Rocky. This is what I do as Mystic. Like Doma, if I'm Doma right now, once Magnum's calling this, we need to be using our spit, which he does. He's holding quite passively. I think we actually throw this round stream. I seem to remember these two not playing together. Because Magnum's in a really good pause. Magnum, what are you doing, mate? I think it's fine. But this didn't work out at all. Because Doma was tucked in and Mystic needs to bait for him. But I also think these angles aren't actually that good. I think you're better off just running onto the site stream. Like Mystic's delayed them long enough. I think as Doma comes in, if he goes towards the site, he has a flash maybe and he can use it, you know? I think coming here is like a death sentence, especially because there was so many. There was up to 3 in ropes room, you know? Hey, Skullmarin, good to see you, bro. I think Shao said you also should have 100%. Yeah, I think we didn't throw because Sentinels are a great team, but we did not play correct. I think like here, like this is a bit of a throw round. Do we win the 3v3 though? That's the question. Dirk has got an AWP, so it's a bit awkward. I'm on the big flank, and look at me. I just start going wild. Anyway, so Dirk is coming out here, and I'm just dead. Nice. So now what I was thinking was, if you freeze the game, we've lost rounds. We've lost both of the buy rounds due to mistakes from our end. It's not really been anything that we've done or that they've done is like that's crazy. It's mainly them kind of brute forcing their way onto a bomb site and us not being able to hold the bomb site, which is really hard to teach. And also, I guess because we haven't actually played Split at all, really. We played a few games. Like obviously I came up with some setups and some T-side, and that's kind of how it that is our Split. We played it at least 5 or 6 times, I think. But it was obviously it was the map that we were banning. Let me go to the toilet quickly. I really need the wee. Back to the grind. So the way that Split works is you have 5 points, and you got to make sure that when you're rotating, you're kind of like on a string. So here we go. So we actually get a nice entry here with Durka getting a nice entry at middle. And what we did was, I believe, we did the mid push. So what it is essentially is, because we might change our comp and stuff, I just do this mid smoke and we do a dog. Because following a drone or a dog on CT side and T side is really good for getting a kill. Like if you just follow the dog, they might shoot it or they might hide from it. And it just allows you to get kind of closer, get a nice kill, especially with the Jet as well. Jet is really good for this sort of plays, and then you can get back out. So here, because we're in a 5v4, they try and get an entry frag, and I've just kind of banged 2 stars there because I've kind of risked it here and gone into my smoke. We get a nice kill here. They star him. I'm like, oh, it's a B, boys. Luckily, I get this kill. It was really, really fortunate I got this kill. Now, Doma's got a big play. He has to decide whether he's going to hold an angle or whether he's going to flash. And I think he decides to hold the angle. And I think this is the better play. Because when you hold an angle, I know despite that, actually, the best thing he could have done is probably delay until the teammates are here. But the play he did wasn't actually that bad. Because if you flash them, they're going to like move really crazily. Whereas if you just kind of post up on an angle, you have a good chance of getting the headshot, as you can see here. So it's like always something to choose to whether to do. Like if you do your utility, they're going to run left and right and be really hard to hit. But here it's like kind of, you're used to this kind of movement, you know? What's up, Astistox, Kill Vera? What's up, guys? Brazil loves you. Fan from the Philippines, Germany. Thanks, guys. This round was huge for us to win, by the way, stream. It's actually crazy that we won it. It's a really big round to win because their money wasn't actually that great. Oh, is this around? Oh, this is... What's happened there, then? So once again, we're back to like getting this aggression plays because I found that Durka was getting a decent amount of entries at middle. He was getting quite a lot of timings and good timings and whatnot. So Mystic's also got the ulti. So Viper ulting A is really strong stream because it's a really good choke to kind of cut off, and it makes it really awkward for the enemies to push through. Obviously, I'm still kind of like supporting from ropes because I was actually, Mystic was saying like they could be pushing through hard, so I was like, I'm gonna maybe just be ready to support him, maybe push through the smoke and clear it. And I think he re-aggresses, so then he gets the info back, and then Durka dies in middle, which is, I think what Durka should have done here, stream, is because he can't sit at this metal box holding down here because they can walk out sewers and kill him, so he needs to play in ropes, and that will be a better angle for him because it covers both angles then. But instead what happens, he walks across and then gets timinged by Shazam with his op. So it's a bit unfortunate. And then once kind of Shazam, once they got spotted coming back from A, back to B, it was a B split, 100%. And you can see here they're setting up in the B lobby. We're playing kind of heavy middle, mainly because they got the kill. But I think we should have shifted over to B. We should have had their read a lot easier, to be fair. Shazam's doing really well at like dragging, kind of making a lot of pressure here, and I think their execute here is kind of slow, but I think it will do because we don't really have anything to kind of stop with them. So they come out here. I get the drag up. They do the Sage wall. It's not really enough. Magnum playing close to the wall. I don't know if he'll get a kill here. Oh my god. Oh, nice. He gets that kill. Doma gets a nice kill there. Magnum's still alive, playing the time, but I don't think he realizes it. Oh, no. Okay. Oh my goodness, Magnum. So I drag the planter. Magnum gets a nice kill here. And here we come. I'm like, I do my ulti, which is a really good ulti. What you do is you do it across the site, and it means that you can come in here and clear the back site. And it's really nice angles, like swinging back site from here. And you've got good cover from here. Magnum dies here, sadly, but I think I've earned it. Oh my goodness, bless you. I kind of owned it this round by we heard him updraft, so I'm like, I was just Ferrari swung him. I Ferrari swung and killed him, had the wall to cover. This was a bit awkward, because I don't think Mystic needed to do this, because it did make it a lot more awkward for me, because I felt like I had to cover him. I think we could have just cleared out the backside together and won the round, you know? Just face it together. Bless you, everyone saying in chat, babe. So that's one thing. Like, in 1v2s, I don't think you need to get half plant. Unless, like, it's situational. But when we know he's backside, I think we just double face. And that's what you guys should be thinking about as well. Especially with that wall as well. But luckily, I just get 2 right tap classics on him and we win the round. Like, I want you to do this. So this round was really awkward. But I played this really bad. Because we had the drag here. So I drag, which is fine. Dragging is good. Durka getting this, should have said he was caged. But also, what I've screwed up on is I don't have any stars. I used all my stars. Not used them all, but I placed them all towards kind of mid area. And I didn't have any in the choke in main. So what happens here is they just simply run out. So I'm forced now. I can't make a play. And I don't want to spray through the smoke because I have a Vandal. And look, they have the site for free. This was really bad misplay by me. But it's still not the end of the world. Durka dying is quite bad here, not going to live stream. But it's not the end of the world either. But I can't remember how he dies. The Shazam just kind of updrafts on. Shazam plays it well. Doma gets to end trade, so it's not the end of the world. Durka dying does get a bit awkward here, especially with this wall. But I think we just somehow got lucky here. It's called suck. Get your terminology right. What did I say? Your best new idol, so positive, funny guy. Thank you, Sierra Kilo. I'm currently gold. Would you recommend me using Phantom or Vandal? I prefer the Phantom, but I think it's all about preference. Phantom's good because you can't see the traces through smokes. And spraying through smokes is so strong in this game. So this retake was actually kind of bad too. I think Doma should be flashing for me here. He's on his dog right now though, to be fair. But Doma should be saying, yo, I'm going to flash for you here, Boaster. And then I can be like, yeah, go on, flash for me. But now it's like we're a bit disjointed. Mystic gets 1 kill. Get kind of fortunate. Doma's flashes are a bit crazy, but fortunately, Doma's flash also gets the A Heaven guy swinging, and then he doesn't get killed. So, I mean, we take it. And look how awkward this is. It was an awkward round. Phantom every map since I feel... Oh, no. I mean, Vandal on Icebox, unless you're playing the A bomb site. But I think Vandal, the inside bomb site, which is the A bomb site, yeah. Unless you're playing the inside bomb site, then you can go Vandal. Do you think the judge is good to use in Master? The judge is broken right now. They need to nerf it. Thoughts on Newton? Newton, super good. Their agent comps are a bit old school in terms of like a bit different, but I think they're still good and they run it quite properly. But I think there are other agents that are stronger. I have a question. On CT-sided map like Split, is default and gathering info the best way to attack instead of rushing one single site? It's really hard to rush the sites unless it's A. I think A is kind of better to rush, but still, it's really hard to rush sites on splits, especially against current meta with Sages and Astras and whatnot, because Sages will wall either mid or A, or even B, so you'll struggle to rush, and then if you're against Razors as well, they'll nade the choke, Sages will slow the choke, Astras will suck the choke. It's really difficult to rush on split, so defaulting is the best way to go, because you need to figure out where they're kind of playing and how to play against it. Oh my god. So Tens dies here. So I get Durka nice and close, and I come through ropes to rotation. I should have been reading it a bit more, because I should know when it's going to be a B or not. Yo, do you think it's okay to build a game without Sky or Breach if we don't have a flasher in our team? Is it possible to compete if we pick Sage, for example, instead of flashers? Yes and no. I think in some instances you can have no flash, but you do need a Sova at least. I think Sova is super strong. I mean, in this game, Sentinels don't have a flash, but they're playing against they're playing heavy default. And also, if we were good, they wouldn't win this map. Not with this comp, and not with this kind of the way they're playing. If we had good setups, I think Sentinels lose hard on this one. And like, if we were good. What do you think about Tens? Oh, he's annoying, isn't he? He's bloody good. Why didn't you play Brim on Split? Because Brim on Split isn't very good. Astra's... I only played Brim on Bind, and I was only saying Brimstone's better than Astra on Bind. I think Astra is still too OP right now. So what I read against Sentinels here was if they sage slow towards B main, they're doing a heavy 4-1 default. With Cypher throwing cages towards A, and then they kind of left. So I was like, this round I was really stuttering because you can see Mystics rotating. It's because I'm calling it's going to be a B split. But apparently there was a camera here, and I was telling Mystic to break it, but I was saying like this is a B split. And the way I'm prep for a B split is I'm up on the Shroud, so I'm owning it here. Doma's going to be supporting and Mystic should be supporting. We don't want to... The thing with rotating is you don't want it to feel like you've rotated. That's something we do all the time really badly, is if Mystics rotates in now and he shoots his spit, they can just go A, you know? Because we're giving it away that we have a lot of players here. So you need to make sure that you're kind of like hiding the rotator almost. The rotator has to hide because then it plays out a lot better. Here I got kind of... I don't know how I got 3 kills, by the way, stream. I haven't watched this back, but it's... Sentinels have really good mid-round plays in individual decision making and just general knowledge, but we have good strats and good kind of team utility usage. So if you combine both Sentinels and us together, I think it would be a really good team. Alright, let's have a look how good this Mystic and Magnum setup is. Because Viper and Cypher on a site should be a pretty strong setup. What they need to be doing here, as soon as the Cypher cage is going up, they need to be getting info. And they need to be stopping. They need to be using utility. I think Mystic needs to be Mystic needs to be helping Magnum. He needs to be... I don't know why Mystic's here. He needs to be aggressively mollying the choke point right now. I just did an ulti, not gonna lie, streamer. I just ultied across the side because it felt like it was a heavy A. Because there was no presence at middle. And if there was no presence at middle against the VODs I watched, it was a heavy A. And they are heavy A right now. I think... I'm not sure what's happening here. Thank you, Young Dagger. Thank you, Sharma Plays as well, bro. Appreciate it. So here we go. So they're really setting up for like... They're gonna just kind of force themselves through. I'm playing back. I think I could have pushed into B main here. I'm playing with 1 star on my own. I think... Durka gets a really nice entry here. Mystic gets walled off as well, so he can... What should be happening now? Mystic should be rotating into CT spawn stream. If they've walled off this, he doesn't need to be heaven. And the way the map works is if this guy shifts... then this guy who's playing the B split heaven should shift and hold the spot he's holding. Everyone needs to like move across, you know? Like you're holding hands and everyone like goes to the right. But what happens here is they all kind of group up here. We've got no one on the site to help. They flash through when there's a cage and a smoke up. Yeah, this was not good, stream. This was not good. So it's football, but the sites are goalposts. Yeah, exactly. So if you're going into defense, everyone shifts over and helps out. And especially like in defense when the ball's on the right side of the field, all the kind of play shifts over to the right to kind of be ready to support your teammates. It's kind of like that, yeah. How did you learn to IGL? Played with IGLs, you watch VODs and you learn. This is how you learn. So stick to my channels and you'll become a better IGL. So, general play here. We're doing like a spread default. We have a set pistol round and I want to see if it works. Sage is walled, so we need to be breaking that wall ASAP Rocky, which is what we do. We break it. I'm just holding the B main push. Sky's holding the A main push now. And then Cypher's come back. Now, ideally, we don't want Cypher to be spotted. So Cypher should not be going first here. And Mystic is just meant to throw a smoke. So as you can see now, he's just throwing a smoke. But he's just yeeted at an ice block, which is funny.
I'm a death, so I can have my desk back.
So with this strat, the idea is to fake B upper and then go back to A. And generally, Viper walls are really good for faking because people love going where Viper walls. What?
You left.
So here, the idea, we get Magnum into vents, and then we kind of like prod B heaven, because what you want to be doing is wasting their utility, breaking their camera, breaking trips, and then they'll get a bit antsy in their pants. And then when we come back, you'll see that Sky will dog up a ramp and clear all of the ramp for us as we come through, which makes it a lot smoother sailing. So look, I killed the trip. Bloody, this guy swings me. I'm like, damn. We kill that trip. Nade, raise nade, and we're like, yeah, that's enough. Because what they're going to be thinking is the raise nade comes in, and raise is going to be like, okay, I've delayed them. They might be coming, but we're already off, mate. As you can see here. So Magnum's up, and we're straight in, crunching onto the site. Oh my goodness, is that theirs? So they actually suck us here, which delays us. But we have quite a... What happened here is Mystic shoots... I showed Mystic a toxin that he can shoot here. So their toxin actually lands here. And you'll see if they run through, they might lose damage. Look, they're waiting. This guy's waiting for it, but Sage has just ran straight through it. And then I had a drag here as well. So I was really trying to delay them as we try and crunch onto the site. And then this happens every time, stream. Every time. Not every time, but if they're there, this person, they always jump through the CT smoke. Every time. I feel like we need a molly there or something. Or a Viper smoke there, because I'm telling you now, teams love jumping through that CT smoke. And he's just jumped through. But, right click, two of us and one around. What's this? They always do this. Always be ready for this stream. Look. That's not allowed.
Like Captain America before he got...
Captain America before he got the serum. Yeah, that's true. So now we're on pistol round. So we lost both pistols this game. It's kind of unfortunate. But I think we have a decent enough read. So with split, you kind of have to default. I've decided it's really hard to do split rushes in the current meta. So as you can see, we're just prodding. And then I was like, let's just go back to A, guys. Because I knew that Zoms and Jet play A. And I felt like Astra and Jet isn't the best combo. And we almost get a decent timing. So I smoked him off. Dash in. Viper wall goes up just randomly. And they just kind of come through. We got kind of unlucky with that. But we still get a few kills. And I actually get this kill as well, which is big for damage. Where's he aiming? He's trying to... I know I've got big balls, but this guy's trying to shoot my balls. Look.
I mean, A is a very big target.
Alright, so this round I called Crunchy Nut. Because I felt like if Astra and Jet are playing on A, which they didn't change. So I was like, they didn't change much in their previous VODs. And I was like, okay, so if Astra and Jet are playing A, we can do a fast A heaven rush. And because we've been going mid quite a lot, I was like, maybe they think I'm going to do a default. And I think they did think that. The only thing we have to be careful of is Sage walling middle. Means faster rotations to ropes. But we actually have a counter for that. So you'll see here. What? I've never seen someone die whilst dashing. Do you see that? Look, Jet dashes. Should have dashed actually from the safe point. I'm not really sure what he's doing. I think I blocked him maybe. Not sure what happened there. I'm dead too. Look at me scratching my head. He's smoke banged two of us. It's smoke banged two of us. What am I doing? I was so annoyed. I was like, why have we not managed there? Mystic's missed his molly as well. His molly's not meant to land there. His molly's meant to land on the edge. Right here, so the Jet can't come in. And then we have good utility to stop the Jet coming up ropes. Do we win this round? I think here I just tell the boys to, like, you have to fight heaven and just try and find frags. That flash was good. Oh my god. I remember Magnum getting that kill. This is winnable though. Does Mystic win this? This was unlucky actually. I thought Mystic was going to own this, not going to lie. He just got timed. Why your Sky ult faking in Ceylon works against every team. You are outsmarting every team when you do that. It's about how much pressure you put on the map elsewhere and how quiet you go on the map. If you go quiet on the map and then suddenly you just come, you make it like you make yourself spotted through the Sky ult. Sky ult is really good for faking because of how like loud it is, and when utility makes enemies calm, it gets clustery and then teams over rotate, you know, especially on Haven as well. It was just right timing as well. Alright, here we go. So I call it again because I was like, there's no way that will work again on us. And I was just thinking like, we just do it again, boys, because I think that's the closest we'll be. And then after this, we'll go into default. $14? You guys don't consider running Breach anymore. I think Breach is good on Split, but I don't want to play him. And I don't think we don't have a Breach player and we don't have a dedicated Astra player. I'm kind of a player that can play any agent, so I'll play what I think is best. So in this map, Astra is best, so I'll play Astra. But Breach is pretty good on this map still, I think.
You hate Breach.
But I'm not playing Breach. I play too many games of him and it feels useless. Look at this strat. It works actually quite well this time. I've owned Zombs. For some reason, this guy's ran out of the smoke in CT. I'm there with a frenzy, like getting revenge from the last round. This is a really big entry as well. Him running through that smoke meant he had a little bit of decay, but I managed to double dink him. And then the whole split works really well here. And all we have to do, I'm saying, Mystic, you're one of ulti. Come get the bomb. Mystic, come get the bomb. I die. And I remember saying, Mystic, get the bomb. You'll see him, look now. He's coming. He's like, I'm on my way. He's got his smoke up, so he should be using his smoke to cross. This almost got a bit awkward, but luckily their jet's been throwing smokes through the smoke. Mystic gets the plant. He wanted the plant for heaven. I was like, just plant safe. Plant safe. And then look, he plants. Magnum gets a nice kill here. I actually don't mind this position. I think it's not bad. I can't remember if they can check you from it, but I think in situations, especially with the Viper smoke here, or a smoke kit, I think it's quite good. So look, we get the ulti off here. And I think the boys, the longer you stay alive, the longer you play time, the better. This is crazy. Thank you, bro.
Maybe we need to like set up a charity or something for you.
Yeah, maybe a charity. But they actually managed to get the kill on Jet here. And I think the way you use a Viper ulti is you always got to kind of move around in it. I told Doma to hold this angle because this is actually kind of a nice off angle. Especially if they swing him, they go into the smoke. And they'll want to come around like this. And the way that the smoke is made is that if you have to go around that corner, you'll go into the smoke for a second and lose vision. So Doma gets a free kill here because they can't see him. Look, and he gets 2. I was like, Doma, just hold this angle and you'll get kills. And he goes and gets nice kills. Alright, so here we go.
And
default.
No transphobia, definitely.
I call no transphobia, none of that. So this time I call like a B utility. Like I was like, yo, can you use some util on B? Get some util used. I want to see how they're playing. So we just throw everything on B, and then it allows us to see if anyone's playing mid. And then we saw Jet was playing mid, so we know Astra's solo on A right now. So I smoked Jet off at ropes because I'm like, I think he's metal. I think I said he's metal. I think you'll see. Yeah, I put a star there, and then I just do a little drag jiggle. Nothing crazy. We're just kind of like seeing where they're at. And then against ecos, you just kind of have to group upstream, like especially with Shazam like here. So I was like, if Jet's in middle, let's just go A. So I'm here. I'm gonna be making a bit more presence now, as you see. And then you'll see me. Someone donated. K donated for $2. Thank you very much, bro. Do you think Sova needs any changes in current state? Do you think we'll ever see Sova on Split being used? I think Sova's super strong. I don't think he needs any changes right now. I think on Split you don't need him as much, but he's still viable. I just don't think he's not the best defense character, so I think, and Split is quite hard on defense already. So look, we just group up, execute A, nice and simple. I think that's a Sky ulti. Oh, we actually Sky ultied here because we had it. And better to be safe than sorry, you know? Reyna's good on Icebox. Yeah, I think Reyna's the one map you can probably have Reyna on is on Icebox. I think she's not bad on Icebox on that A bomb site because the A bomb site is quite weird to hold. But it just depends on how you want to play it. I think our comp on Icebox is actually the best comp. So next round. Nice, simple, anti-eco. Default, find out what's going on, prod a little bit, group up and execute. Sometimes you won't be able to group up, but I think generally you should be able to group up as long as you take the control nice. So this round default, Sage is walled middle. We need to make sure we're breaking that wall. So here we go. You'll see us start breaking that wall. Doing a lot of heavy B main pressure here because I kind of want to bait the Sage utility because we know Sage is towards middle. So I want Sage to be using her slows and stuff. And he used both slows and his wall. So it's looking pretty good here, stream. Do you think Omen is a good option for comp? Yeah, I think Omen's still up. I think Omen's still viable. I just think Astra's really strong right now, but I think Astra's stronger in team play. So in comp, in ranked, I think Omen's good. But I'll say it's situationally, I think he can do more. It's all about what comfort your teammates would like. Thoughts on Sick? I actually think Sick's utility is really good. He's a really smart player, and he also pops off. So here we go. We've managed to drag the jet over. Raze is chilling over here. And Zombs is still anchoring the A-bomb site. So even if we go into a B split here, we're looking pretty good. I smoked the mail cross because I want to kind of threaten that we're going for an A split. So you see now that like by me making this presence, Cypher's starting to shift over. I think I told Magnum to go towards... If Magnum gets spotted here, it's super bad. So I was like, Magnum, go B main. And then I can't remember what happens. I think I asked Sky to come back. Yeah, look, you see me ask Sky because I'm like, this ain't gonna work. They're gonna expect us to be, especially when Magnum uses his camera. I was like, Sky, we need to go. Luckily, they've still got 3 there, and we actually, this is actually quite good. I feel like we fake A here. Yeah, we do. Look how good this fake is. I'm like, we need to fake A. And watch this. We have all our utility on B for easy walkout. We managed to drag all this rotation at 20 seconds left to go. This is squeaky bum. This is the squeakiest bum. 8 seconds left to go on the plant. It was a bit mad. It was a bit of a mad call, but we managed to do it, and we get the round. On land, stuff like that, making it really obvious, but then like changing it up and then making it less obvious is like you'll drag rotations for sure. And we just got really lucky then, I think. It was a bit hectic, actually. I make it sound like I was in control of this round. I was not. But I get a nice lurk here again. And then the idea of a lurker is you don't really want to die. So you can see I'm kind of like prodding. I'm actually in at this point. So I'm hiding because I was like, oh, I think they're coming to clear me. So I start hiding. And then I'm like, they're half-ass cleared and they boom-botted. And I was like, okay, my boys are saying they're probably retaking now. So I start coming. Shazam does really well to check me here, but he should have been holding me from the start.
Someone donated you $6.
Kojo, thanks for the sub, bro. If Shazam was... Because when you have an AWP on split, I think you should be just posting up middle. There's no point posting up out heaven because you're not going to get any entries. The only post up I can see is pillar. But if teams are smart, they're not going to face you. So if he just was holding for the flank the whole time and then just bait the other teams, then this is really good. But I think I play it pretty well here. After I get that kill, I'm telling Doma to swing because look, I can see Doma here. I'm like, Doma, he's got his boom. Help. And then Doma gets a nice kill. I play off Doma. We close it out here. And I don't know how it gets to a 1v2, but it got quite scary. The best thing to do here is drop. I drop here because he'll have to wide swing to clear me. Okay? Doma stays on the angle. It's a bit scarier because I can't trade him. If we double dropped, I think it would have been better personally. But Doma stayed up there, but luckily Doma got the kill. So it's not the end of the world. So once again, Sage Wall's middle. If Sage Wall's middle, you want to be breaking it stream. And we do break it nice and easy. I don't think you need to break all the blocks. 1 block is enough because if I was to smoke mail now or ropes, then I am threatening the fact that we can cross. But once again, we're against an eco. So I told Durka, like, yo, we're anti-eco. We're doing nothing. Once again, we're prodding B main, finding out where that Cypher camera is. We found it. I say go break it. We break the camera. They no longer have that kind of safe info. So if Cypher wants to get info now, he has to jump spot into a Viper wall. So I think, I don't know what my call is, but it looks like I'm asking us to group back A. And we kind of just do it nice and simple, same again. I think Cypher's Magnum should do his cages a bit earlier into the round personally, because him caging now makes it really obvious. But what I did, I think I just did a random smoke in heaven. Oh my god. This could have gone really bad. Luckily, I think the execute, I ran out of smokes. This actually went pretty bad. Not gonna lie stream. The execute wasn't very clean. But Magnum got the wrap here. I think Magnum found some really good timing. And whenever your teammate has timing, what you need to do is make noise. You need to be making noise. So I think Mystic does well to make noise for the Sage here. Because you see the Sage, when no noise is being made, she's like spotting behind. But as soon as like Magnum finds a really good timing here. Oh my god. He actually found a really good timing. I was holding for the elbow peak. Because what you'll find also is teams will walk into you sometimes when it gets like really like hectic. But now all we have to do is crunch the bomb site guy, and I was spraying through the TV. We get the kill. I hold the heaven, and we managed to somehow scrape out that round, even though it got a bit awkward on the execute. But because of the way Split's kind of designed right now, it's really like quite nice to play slow sometimes into the defense, especially when you have better guns. Alright, here we go. 10-9. And I'm thinking, are we going to win Split? Like, we could win this right now. They don't seem that strong.
Don't.
And now look what happens.
I can't put myself back into that space.
Yeah.
Give me PTSD.
So, Durka made a really good call here. The only difference is, I think he could have done better, is if he smokes. So Durka said, I'm going to knives. Can you flash in? And I'm going to dash in. Now, if Durka smokes here, it's really good. So look here, Durka does really nice to dash into it. I do a drag on the AWPer. Durka comes in, bangs out 2 of them. Really nice call for Durka to say like he thinks he can get a kill from this. And now all we have to do is just split up, trade it out together. I shouldn't have the bomb here. This almost got really awkward with me with the bomb. I was trying to obviously look here, smoke myself off before I crossed. But then the Cypher kills me from CT spawn. And then I was waiting. I felt like someone was going to jump out of heaven. So I was kind of, even though I had the bomb and I need to get onto the site, I was like, I think someone's going to jump out. I need to hold this. And they did jump out. You just kind of have these feelings. Are you worried you're revealing your strats on stream? Nah, not really, because I don't think we're going to be using this comp. So I'm kind of fine with kind of like talking about what's going on. This comp was just like a random one we made. This was a huge round though. Love from India. Thank you, Palkeet. Alright, so 10-10. And we are believing. Look how bad the economy is, stream. We're like, holy moly. So what I'm calling right now is just a default. Like, it's working. We're getting a lot of control. Oh, no, I'm not. What I called here is a fast B split with a Sky ulti. Because I was like, I think their B split has been quite weak. And I think they're going to be... I don't know what's going to be happening, but I want to really get on the B-split before they have time to read the situation and understand what's going on. Also, I believe they were playing 3A at the start with Raze. Apparently, I remember someone saying like they're Raze nading or Raze boombot, and I think Magnum said Raze boombot, so I just went ulti mid B right now, and there's 3A, and it just seemed to work, especially because we have the wall as well. Mystic holding out. I'm not entirely sure if this was the 100% round. I smoked ropes, so that means I'm not going for a default. APL sub. APL, my darling. I tell this smoke is a little secret by me, stream, but I'll tell you it. So the smoke that Durka does here is really good. I'll tell you what it does. So when you run out, it means that they can't see your head anywhere backside. It's a good angle. So it allows you to get out into... And these are the sort of angles you want to be when you're on Rafters stream. Because everyone can pre-fire that angle. But that's a little Boaster secret. Huh? Don't leak it. It's a Boaster special, that smoke stream. And here I was just ulting because I was a bit worried and I ran out of smokes. Or I didn't have my stars ready. So I was like, I'm just going to ulti so we can cross with the bomb. And you'll see here, Magnum plays it quite well, I think. Magnum don't care, mate. Oh my god, Magnum. What is going on? He swapped positions? Musical chairs? Oh, him running all the way around is super smart, actually, yeah. Because look at them, we're all waiting for him. We got the... I actually think Mystic didn't need to ulti here, but I think considering the whole 10-10 is 4v5, I think he just ultied. I don't know if it was needed, because I would have liked... Because we used 3 ultis this round. I would have liked it for another round. But that's just my personal opinion. It's not at the end of the world, because we'll still win rounds without it, you know? So I'm using the dog up mid now, because it's late game, and they have AWP. So I was like, I don't really want to take any risks. So let's use the dog up mid. If it breaks, then they have the AWP there. And then if they have the AWP there, we can probably go group up and just execute a bomb site, you know? Because we want to go to the site where the AWP isn't. Because AWPing is really bad for retaking. So obviously we clear out middle here. And we're kind of just chilling. I think, honestly, I smoked top male because I was a bit worried. Oh, no, I die here. I tell them to go back and get me into ropes. Yeah, I don't think I played this very well, stream, not going to lie. I expected him here, but 10's just too good, you know? I was trying to, like... I felt like I needed to make presence, but I also felt like we had a timing towards A that could be abused just because we've been B splitting quite a lot. And the wall on B as well. I think we should have actually abused the B camera a lot more. On our defaults, we should be, like... I think Durka can be a bit more aggressive towards B main and stuff, but I'm not sure. So now Magnum throws his cages, which I need to talk to him about, because if you throw your cages 1 minute into the round, it feels like you're going to go A, you know? It's really obvious, you know? Whereas if you threw them at the start and then just didn't use them, I think it's better. But here comes, we just come A heaven, crunchy nut. We just crunchy nut, but like too many jet smokes, too much delay. And then we lose. And then I tell the boys to kind of like fake B, go through ropes and fake B heaven. Mystic, you might be able to find a timing. I think that's what I said. Because we need to find an entry. So we need to make the enemy team a bit hectic right now. So I was like, go through ropes, prod B heaven. Mystic, you'll walk into CT. What Mystic should have done, I don't care if Mystic has the bomb here. He should smoke up and walk in right now. Whilst they're making all this noise, he should have smoked up and walked in. And gone for the kill on Zoms, personally. But now he faces this and doesn't smoke up. Luckily, he gets a kill. But we know he's on site. I was like, he's on site. He's on site. 10's misses that ulti, which is huge. And we just have to trade out the site. Does he own it? Yeah. God. It's really hard to clear it without, like, good utility. That's the one thing I don't like about our comp is that we don't have good... sieging. We don't have very good sieging.
Or a League of Legends.
Yeah. What do you mean by sieging? Characters like Sage and Killjoy? No, I mean characters like Breach. I think Breach is one of the best ones on Split for really fighting the backside. If I was alive, then I'd be good for sieging because it's the enemies that can utility back of sight kind of on the fly. And I don't think we have any of those agents that can do that well. Jet is quite good at it. Viper, a little bit, but not great, you know. Like, you want ones that... Sova Recon towards there would be OP for that sort of angle, you know. Things that get them out of the positions. Raise, yeah, exactly. Raise. Alright, here we go. So the dog up short here, middle here. Oh, that's a bit scary. We just get Durka straight up to B heaven here. I think because we saw Jet in ropes, I just said, let's split up B. And that's kind of what we did. Yeah, so I called the fast B split here because we saw Jet AWPing in ropes. And then it's just simple, like kind of just crunching onto the side. I use a lot of utility. I actually smoke here because I kind of wanted them to feel a bit scared, a bit hesitant. It didn't work because Jets just ran through. But I also had a smoke for CT anyway. I just wanted to throw that smoke just in case, because we have a certain strat that runs around there. But I think I called it. But then I called to abort it because of the way that we got onto the site. And then it's all about just trading in. This Astra ulti was really awkward, by the way. I remember this. The Astra ulti was quite good by Zoms here. I give him that. But we managed to get the kill, and we managed to play it quite well together. I go out the right side. Mystic gets that kill. Oh my goodness. Do we manage to play it well together? No, we don't. But luckily, we managed to get the trade. I was like, I think he's going to come out heaven. Then the guy comes down the ropes. He's not even jumping out. And I was trying to obviously get onto around the corner. Because I was like, oh my god, I see his leg. I could have killed him, I think. But I can't remember why. 12-11, boys. Yo! A Fnatic gonna win? That's what everyone's thinking right now. A Fnatic going to upset Sentinels on their map. I'm thinking, boys, we're 1 round away. They have bad money. This is our game. This is our game. This is it, stream. This is it. Yo, what? Doma, you're one off ulti. Yo, Doma, you're going to get the ulti, okay? And then we're going to just group up and ulti in on B. That was the cool stream. That was the cool. Look at their money. 2 sheriffs, a stinger, 2 phantoms. How have we lost this then? Sage, slows middle. Alright, we're defaulting, boys. Let's prod B. So we prod B quite hard here. Works really well, as you can see here. Sage throws the second slow. She's got no wall. She's got no slow. We've broken her wall too. This is great. This is looking really great, boys. Let's stay alive now. This is it. This is it. We've got the ult. We've got everything we need. Oh, fuck. Durkas died. Oh, no. This is not good. And I'm thinking, right. What do I need to do? I think we need to make more mid presence. I think they know it's a B right now. And technically they do. They got 3 towards B right now. They got 4 towards B. And my job, I was like, I swear someone's behind this. And I'm like kind of scared because I don't want to use my stars right now. And I don't want to, if I just Sky ultied. The play was a Sky ulti to be mainstream. I was lying down in bed and I was thinking, if I just told Doma to Sky ulti, then 3 group up, Sky ulti, and I just bait. But no, I always die to this angle as well, stream. I always die. Look at me. Tens. If Tens sees this, well played, man. You've secured the round. And I was crying out. I was crying all night. I'm reliving this moment over and over again in my head. If I just made Sky ulti, he would have moved. I'm getting camped on by a guy with a sheriff. So I wasn't exactly the best entry fragger right there, to be fair. This actually gets close. Doma in a 1v3. I went, I'm believing. Go on, Doma. I feel sick.
I actually feel sick. I felt sick watching
This is rough. Oh. Here we go. So I was like, Magnum was like, you can see the error sign there, I think, maybe. Magnum was like, I think they camera there. I was like, Mystic, can you just break it? But I think there was a bit of communication error because he wasn't breaking it. And then you'll see later what happens. So Durka goes for the kill here. And I tell Doma to get me some info because they're playing mid right now. When Sentinels play mid, it's a heavy B split. 95% of the time. So I was like, this is going to be a B split. I was like, Mystic, have you killed that camera? And there was like some miscommunication going on because I thought they did. Now he goes to break it. But like something happens and he hasn't broken it. So I was like, this is a B split. Or I was like, I think they're going to... No, I didn't. I wasn't clear enough, stream. What I said was, I think they're going to split. So I wasn't clear on the B split, even though my head and Minnie, the coach, knew that I meant it's on us. Because you know why? Because 1 minute, 8 seconds to go, I told Doma now to dog into B main, and Dogger finds Sage. Now, if Sage is in B main at 1 minute to go, against Sentinels, it's 100% a B split. Yeah, you guys are on split. But this is 100% a B split. And Mystic's still faffing with the camera. So as you can see, he hasn't seen it yet. And they come now. And now look, I need you to come here, Mystic. But now it's too late. Durka gets killed. And he's coming now. The execute comes in. And I'm like, I need to kind of... I smoked off B main. So I was just trying to look for a timing on the heaven. And then I had another star ready because I knew my smoke was about to go. And using a smoke here really gives you a lot of cover. But these two in B main are just spraying at the smoke. You know? It was rough. So it was really unfortunate. We had the read for this round. Doma gets a kill. Mystic comes in, dies now. It was just unfortunate, guys. It was just bad comms, and bad understanding. Even though I knew it was a B split coming, I just didn't communicate well enough. And also, the problem with our CT side was our setups weren't good enough. There wasn't enough system involved. Like, if they come B split, what do we do? You know? That was the problem. We didn't have good setups for that. We didn't have good reactions to when they came. Like on other maps. Like our other maps are quite good at it. Like Haven and whatnot are slightly better. Split, we haven't played a lot. And then this happened. And it was kind of unfortunate, you know, stream. Dude, don't blame yourself. Oh, don't worry. I'm not blaming myself to the point where it's like, it's all my fault. We still lost 13 rounds before this. But I do blame our CT reactions aren't good enough, and that's why Sentinels are better, because they don't have to do as much work on CT side to be good, because individually they make smart fundamentals and good basic decisions, whether it's to do with rotation, timing of utility, understanding where it is going to be. They're good at that. So here I think it gets a bit complicated, because I wanted to fake the A, because I felt their B was weak, but I also wanted to make sure. I didn't know where Sage was. I hadn't seen Sage. I was like, I think Sage is A, so we can prod the Sage and make her use her utility, because I don't like Sages. So I think that's what we do here. We get the A Heaven control. And then here is when I didn't realize Durka used Dash, which makes sense now, because I was wondering why he didn't fake A very hard. Because he gets the kill on Sage here, really big kill, and they were right to say go back here, but I wanted them to prod harder. So I say no, we're not ready. You have to go back. So look, you see them go back now, and you see Jet kind of still shifting off, but now Dapper gets a really good kill here. To be fair, we shouldn't have ran here. I think we could have walked. And now it gets awkward because we're kind of cut off because of the Viper wall. They over rotate. It wasn't our best round. We lose both of our entries here. It wasn't the best fake, mainly because the B side of the fake didn't work out. We didn't think that much through, you know. With every strat that you call, you need to have a plan for the next bit. You can't just go like, this is the strat, because things are going to happen that's going to change, you know. And I guess it was like there was a lot of things going on, and that's how we lost.